Talking about mental health can be hard, and the stigma around getting professional help is especially strong in the Black community. Cronkite News reporter Kamilah Williams explores how one organization is trying to find a solution.
A place for reflection.
Forgiveness heals.
And for Alethea Mason, a place for transparency.
Sharing my story was actually part of my healing.
Alethea Mason is a photographer and part of Black Women of Arizona, a group founded in 2016 to give Black women across the state a way to connect. The organization promotes networking and provides executive coaching, but a big focus is providing low-cost mental health services and opportunities for fellowship, like the recent Together Again brunch. The event focused on burnout, identity, and dealing with loss during the pandemic.
As women coming together to say, hey, we're back together again and we're loving on each other. So let's do this in this gathering. And it was uplifting for a lot of people.
Mason lost her husband, John, in September 2019 to heart disease. When the pandemic started, she wasn't able to see her therapist in person, and her mental health diminished. Mason turned to telehealth counseling, but said it wasn't the same. That's when she found Black Women of Arizona. She believes that finding someone to talk to is key to having an honest and open conversation about mental health.
You don't have to stay in that place of depression. You don't have to stay in that place of sadness or grieving, because there's a special place of healing for people.
Research shows that Black adults in the U.S. are more likely than white adults to report symptoms of emotional distress. Yet only 1 in 3 Black adults who need mental health care receive it, according to the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services. One obstacle is finding a therapist or counselor who looks like them and shares some of the same cultural history and values. Tempe counselor Charlie Berry made it her mission to create a website with a list of Black counselors across the state. Berry says stigma is another barrier to care. People may think they're supposed to stay strong or worry about how others will perceive them if they acknowledge problems.
It's taboo in our community. Even when we were younger, we're told what goes on in our homes, stay in our homes.
Berry says organizations like BWA are giving the Black community an alternative if they don't have access to a licensed professional.
They're letting people know that it's okay to not be okay and to reach out, even if you, like they said, if you can't get to therapy, talk to somebody.
Berry says the best advice she can give is to not hide your emotions, because the more people that go to therapy will encourage others to go to therapy as well. Kamilah Williams, Cronkite News.